Well, I've had recurring issues with my neck and back for years now. So I'm looking for something to give me some longer term relief and not have to keep readdressing the same issues over and over. So I was coming in for that and got to talking to Dr. Strong, Dr. Bobbitt about the decompression. Probably the two biggest things. Number one, headaches. I get a lot of headaches that originate from my neck and go up, typically up the left side of my head. Seems to be what I get the most. And they go all the way from my temple down into my neck. And second one was numbness in my right hand. I used to ride motorcycles a lot, and when you're out riding for a long time and you get numbness in your hand, it's not a real pleasant experience. So looking for relief from both of those. So my experience during the actual treatments, typically I would fall asleep because when I lay still for too long, I tend to fall asleep. And I figured that's probably the best thing to do because I can completely relax my neck that way because all of my decompression was for my neck, wasn't in my back. Occasionally after the decompression, it'd feel kind of numb or tingly. But the majority of the time, I didn't feel anything specific afterwards. Just it was like a good stretch. So ever since I started doing the decompression, I haven't had any of the headaches, which has been a blessing. I haven't had a lot of the tension that I typically have in my neck. I get, my wife calls it shrapnel in my shoulders. I get all these little bitty knots all over the place, and I haven't had issues with those. I haven't had as many issues with my neck in general. A lot of times it would bind up or, I'd turn it the wrong way and it would really hurt. And I haven't been having those issues. So, having run the course of the decompression, I think it was 40 visits doing it, it's made a huge difference. My mobility is much better. And in my line of work, I'm a handyman, so I need mobility. I need to be able to move and do what I need to do without having to worry about if my neck's going to get in a bind or not. And I haven't had to worry about that. Well, I've been coming here for a few years, so if I wasn't happy with the service that I get here, I wouldn't keep coming back. That's for sure. Everybody's very professional, and I mean, right now my son is starting a program because he's a grown teenager, and I want to make sure that everything as he grows is in alignment so that he doesn't have issues further down the road. A lot of my issues stem from things that happened to me when I was a teenager. So I know that if you don't correct it in a timely fashion, it will cause issues. So that's why I keep coming back, because I know I'll be taken care of. I know that everything will be done right. And if I've got questions, I can get them answered. Well, when I just did chiropractic, it would go away for a little while. I would feel better. But I tend to have a recurring issue because of the degeneration that I do have in my neck. So far with the decompression, having done it, I don't have the same issues coming back. At least not yet. Obviously, we just finished the round and everything, but my neck feels different than it does after just getting adjusted. So I think the conjunction of doing both is definitely going to give me a longer term relief.